It's another crazy news day in the world of Magic the Gathering. For the first time ever, Wizards of the Coast is doing a reissue of a secret lair. On top of that, we just had a banning 2 days ago, and we've been told another banning is coming very soon. And that's not even all the news we have to discuss today.
Magic. I am a wizard! History. I'm an old wizard! The magic historian. My bones hurt.
Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. My friends, I hope the day finds you well because we have gathered for another fun installment of Mega Magic News. I'm currently changing around my recording studio, so if the sound quality is worse in this video, just bear with me. It's a short-term kind of thing, and we'll be back to better quality soon enough. And I also just want to mention that I did put out an awesome video yesterday with new Kamigawa spoilers and talking about the Kamigawa AR experience, but unfortunately, due to all the content I've been putting out lately, notifications didn't get sent to everyone for that video. So if you haven't seen it already, I'll leave it on the screen for you here at the end. It's totally worth checking out. Now, let us dive into the news. We have a bunch of wild stuff going on. Let's start out with the Secret Lair reissue. This is something that I never expected to see, and this is for one Secret Lair in particular, the Perfection Secret Lair that went through Hasbro Pulse. Now, this is a bit of an odd duck in terms of secret lairs, right? Because it exists in this vacuum where every secret lair except for this one was sold directly through the Secret Lair website. But this particular secret lair was sold through Hasbro's Convention Pulse website, which really does make you go, what were they thinking with this? I mean, I guess they're trying to have something exclusive to try and keep that convention feeling going on even when there isn't a convention, but it just feels really odd to not really announce. This secret lair didn't get as much announcement as other ones did, and then they listed it on their website, sold out of it really quickly, and have done a reissue of it today in both foil and non-foil. Now, there's a very, very slim chance that if you head over there, you might have a chance to acquire a copy of the secret lair, but my guess is that these will be gone by the time you have the opportunity, because the Pulse website, first of all, ordering through it can be kind of wonky to begin with, at least in previous experiences that people have had. I don't know if they fixed it up, but you've got problems with the website, but also when it comes to stuff on the Pulse website, they do it in a more limited fashion, which really does baffle me because we're dealing with a secret lair like product. So why not just have it set up where you can order as many as you want, even if it is going to go through Hasbro's Pulse setup. So this reissue is very confusing to me. I don't know if it's literally that they went, okay, we didn't sell enough of these, we're gonna make more, because they limit it. You're only allowed to buy one. With this reissue, if you've ordered one, they won't let you, if you got them from the previous batch, they won't let you order from this batch. It's a very baffling product in terms of secret lairs because you can only have one and you can't order it through the normal website. So this situation leaves me scratching my head going, what is the end game with this particular product? Why aren't you making it available on a wider scale? And why are you doing a reissue but still only allowing people to buy one copy? I don't get it. Wizards' plan seems to be to mass market stuff as much as they can and pull in as much money as they can. And the secret lairs seem like they're aimed to hit every possible vector. Do you love cats? Do you love dogs? Do you love Fortnite? Do you love Street Fighter? You love goats? We'll put whatever into these boxes, right? So you've got this secret lair specifically focused on cats. The theme behind it, it's Secret Lair Perfection. It's a cat secret lair. This should have widespread appeal. Why would you limit the number of sales? How does Wizards benefit from this? Because with the secret lair concept, you don't reprint the secret lairs later on. You're not going to reprint secret lair cards with the exact same art in random boosters. So it's not a matter of trying to make the art super exclusive. I don't understand how they financially benefit by limiting this. They're not selling these at some insanely high price where they're $100, $150 a box. it's normal secret layer pricing. So I genuinely, like, it feels to me like a vestigial corporate tale where they don't, like, we're doing this because that's what we do. And Bill over here said, we need a magic product for our convention and we gotta get them something. But it's like, there's no conventions anymore. So what are you even doing? This is the thing that I had the hardest time wrapping my head around. All right. So that is a very odd duck. I don't know if this means we're going to see more secret layer reissues in the future, but I suspect what's going to happen is they're going to continue to make secret layers like you only get one shot at it. I guess if you look at the astrology secret layers they're doing this year, they are kind of changing things. So maybe that's part of the philosophy. Maybe the change that made them go, we're going to do these secret layers across the whole year. Like they changed their minds. Originally with the secret layers, they're going boom, 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 just throwing at us. And then they're like, whoa, we understand. You know what? We'll do super drops so we can gather them together. And they did that not for our convenience, but because secret layers were being swept under the rug and disappearing and people didn't know that they existed. So they did these super drops. And then you have this cat secret layer through the pulse that nobody knows about. It's baffling to me. Anyhow, speaking of mess ups, because that's what I feel like has happened in this scenario on Wizards of the Coast part, Amazon apparently made a mistake involving Magic the Gathering and has sent out double feature boxes already. So double feature isn't actually slated to release until the 28th. So we're talking like next week, right? But some people already have double feature in their hands because Amazon just went bloop and pushed the shipment button and sent all that stuff out. And honestly, Amazon has been having a really tricky time lately. I don't know if you heard, but there was some big glitch that hit all kinds of things on multiple levels for the company. I actually ended up getting 3 copies of the same thing sent to me in the mail. There wasn't actually any extra charges. Just here you go. Here's 3 copies of the same thing. And it's like, there's a limit, Amazon. I don't need these. But anyways, some people already have their double feature. So if you're somebody who doesn't check, maybe you get your mail sent somewhere, you don't check it that often, you ordered some, it might already be sitting there waiting for you. So, I mean, that's on Amazon, not on Wizards of the Coast. Can't really blame Wizards for that. Sometimes companies just get hosed by their partners. That actually happened to me, now that I think about it. Back in the day with the Keyforge game, the makers of it contacted me and were like, hey, we want to send you out a review copy of the new box set before it releases. And I'm like, yeah! And they sent me the copy for a review, and they're like, please don't talk about it until this day. And I said, no problem, buddy. And then Target went and put them all out on the shelves like 2 weeks before they were supposed to. So people went in and snagged up all their copies. All these videos are all over the internet, and I'm sitting there holding my unique review copy going, everybody's already seen it! So, I mean, I've experienced this as well. Now, let us move to something more enjoyable. Somebody decided to ask Mark Rosewater about Lorwyn specifically, and like a return to Lorwyn, what they might do. And it turns out that Rosewater actually has a specific plan for a return to Lorwyn. Now, don't let your hopes run away with you too much, because Rosewater doesn't have the ability to push sets through. He's only really has the ability to make the sets he's told to make. So, whether we would get to return to Lorwyn and see this story is up for debate. But me personally, I absolutely loved the plane of Lorwyn, right? The story there was really cool. The hundreds of years of night, hundreds of years of dark, and everything that was going on like that, like night and day cycle, and the friendly version of the world and the far less friendly version of the world. I found that to be very compelling and enjoyable. So it would be interesting to return to that world. And it's nice to know that there are still conversations being had about it and that there are good ideas for it. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know what his ideas, but still, hopefully good ideas for it when it does return. And speaking of returning, bannings are back on the menu, boys. We just had a banning 2 days ago. Of course, that banning was specifically designed to also introduce the Pauper format panel, right? So one of the reasons we're getting these bannings separated this way is they wanted to give the Pauper format panel its own legitimacy by creating a Twitch stream for it and going through all of the sort of motions. But I expect that going forwards, all Pauper bans will just kind of be wrapped in the same way as other bans, although essentially, I guess they could be done separate the same way Commander is. So you could have every format except for Commander and Pauper done in one style of banning, and then Pauper has their own and Commander has their own, right? So in this situation, we're going to be seeing another batch of bannings. They're going to be coming out on the 25th, so today's the 22nd. So 3 days from now, that means what, Tuesday? So we're going to get another group of bannings. There's a lot of rumblings of fear in the Modern community, concerns that they're going to be getting hit with some stuff in there. Who knows, right? Because Modern Horizons 2 definitely did shake things up quite a bit. When you bring powerhouses like Ragavan into the format, he is going to shake things up. There's a lot of power in that card for not very much mana, right? That's a strong card. But anyways, on the 25th, we will have the banning information. I will go over it for you, my friends, but at this point, that wraps up this assemblage, this aggregation of Magic news. So today, people whose names start with L and K may comment on the video. No one else may comment, and nobody is allowed to nobody's allowed to like or subscribe either. All right, so see you guys next time. Big shout out to my patrons and some videos on the screen for you to enjoy.